Welcome to October's workshop update. You can see behind me we've got all new graphics, so our new logos are all up on the building as well as our shirt. As you can see behind me, we've got big signs now on the office as well, so it's very easy for you to spot where to go when you come down to Possum Bourne Motorsport. Alright, something very nice showed up today. This is Ian's 2015 STI, which is very mildly modified currently, but we've got all the goodies here to make this a real weapon. So we're going to expect to see around the 300 kilowatt mark on this car, stock engine, but all the good bolt-ons. So it's got a radium air oil separator already installed. We've got the radium drop-in fuel hanger with a Walbro 450 pump. And we've got the injector dynamics 1050 injectors. So the fuel system is well sorted. On the exhaust side, it's running a full NVIDIA turbo back exhaust system. Intake is Cobb, that is including a cold air box and the turbo intake pipe. And then it's got the TGV delete, which we performed previously, so that's already ready to go. And then it's got a Garrett GDX 3071R Gen 2, which will be installed shortly. That will help us make all that additional power. And we are going to tune this on ECU tech, and we're also going to make use of all the race room features that are available for this, which will be launch control, flat foot shifting and auto blip. It's also got the Process West front mount intercooler already installed, so we're just going to complete the modification of the bumper and the piping. And then yeah, we're going to expect to see some really good results of it, so stay posted to see how much it actually puts down once it's all finished. This year is another project that we're really looking forward to. It's Jay's Evo, which is going to get a 2.3 litre stroker build. And then also to make big power, it's going to run a Garrett GDX 3582R Gen 2. So this is going to be ending up around the 400-ish kilowatt mark and going to run 98. This is a project that's recently been started, so we'll keep you posted on this and give you more updates as we go along. This month is a little bit of a legacy twin turbo month. We've got actually two of them here that are currently getting a conversion done. So this is the first one, which is Ken's. That's getting the 207 installed, factory engine, mostly factory parts, including 6-speed transmission and R180 diff. All going in. At the end, we're gonna wire it all in to suit the Link G4 Plus, and then at the end of it, we're gonna be tuning the car. So we've got the engine already in there. Behind me, we've got the old twin turbo engine and transmission, so that's all there. And we're just gonna keep going with the process of swapping the diff and plumbing everything up, installing the upgrades, and we're also gonna install a custom exhaust system on here. One of the reasons why this is a popular conversion is that the twin turbo legacy setup is quite complex. Now they've come into the years, so they're quite old and they tend to have a lot of problems. So one or both of the turbos not operating properly, and it's got a very complex vacuum line setup. As you can see, like this is the vacuum block, which is a maze. So to convert it to the single turbo EJ207 setup is a much simpler and more reliable setup. As I mentioned before, we're currently doing two of these. So this is the other one. This is Mike's car, and this is taking it to a whole nother level. So this is another step up. Mike's gone that far that we are building him a complete PBMS forged engine, which I can show you as well. He's gone and redone all the bushings underneath. It looks really amazing. The He's gone through all white lines, Webers and whatnot, so this car is going to be way better than it came out of the factory. He's started to install the Version 7 STI brakes, and he's also got STI wheels on it. So eventually, once this is ready, that will run flex fuel, so we should see some pretty good power numbers of this. So stay posted to see what the results are of this build. This is Terrence R32. It's a GDS4, so 4-wheel drive. And it's been a project that he recently purchased. This car has had a lot of work done to it. We're just going over it, repairing a few things that need attention, such as like the fuel pressure regulator, and there's a few oil leaks that we're sorting. And once that's ready, we're gonna tune it. This car has an RB30 underneath the hood, which looks pretty impressive in here. Yeah, this car has been dynoed to 380 kilowatts about 5 years ago. Since then, it hasn't run perfectly, I guess, for a while now. So we'll see what we can get out of it, if we can get close to the 400 kilowatt mark. Sean's engine is almost completed now, so the long block is fully assembled. This one is the engine that has a 2-liter. We're running the JE Ultra Series pistons in here. We're running Manly Turbo Tough I-beams and ARP 625 heat studs, as well as beehive valve springs, so it's set up for big power. Everything's assembled now, so the next step will be just to fit all the auxiliary items, such as the intake manifold, the timing components and all of that. Once this is all done, we can transfer it back into the car and retune it. That engine is a pretty bulletproof setup and will be good for a lot more power than we are gonna currently push out of it. So here you can see the engine, all disassembled, just came back from the machinist. That belongs to the Mike's Twin Turbo Legacy. So just been machined. So you can see it's got the EJ207 pistons. In this build are also going to be the JE Ultra Series pistons. So they're going to be in here. We've got a higher compression ratio in here because this car will run flex fuel, so we can push it a bit further, running E85. And yeah, heats are back. They've been PBMS poured and polished. And we've got the Kelford intake and exhaust valve guides, as well as the cams and springs to suit. So now it's all ready for check and assembly. Dan's car has received one of our really popular packages. So we're running an NVIDIA Q300 catback exhaust. We're running our PBMS downpipe. And it's got a HKS intake, and we also have an upgraded fuel pump in the tank. It's a very popular package, and this car is now producing 222 kilowatt on 22 psi, and it just transforms it, so it sounds a whole lot better and it's a lot faster than your average car. And this is a very easy package that we can do in a couple of days, drive in, drive out, and just makes your car so much more fun. Had some very cool parts arrive in the mail recently, so I'll show a couple of them to you. So we've got the Process West reverse facing intake manifold here, which is a piece of art, full aluminium, and also the matching TGB deletes and billet fuel rails. That is going on an upcoming build that we're very much looking forward to. Some of these bits next to it are here from Russia, from Cayenne. They make a whole range of braces and reinforced bushings for all Subaru models. We like to use their parts, and a bunch of them will be installed on the same build that the intake manifold is going to be used. But both of these will also be available on our online store. Good, thank you for watching. That's the end of the October update. A couple reminders, the night drags are going to start from next Friday, the 8th of November. And on the 17th of November, we've got our PBMS import versus V8 track day. So if you're keen to enter, please get in touch with us soon. And if you just want to watch, you're more than welcome to come down and see the show. If you want to stay up to date with all our latest news, then please subscribe to the channel, like and follow us so you don't miss any of our latest videos.